everybody, I hope you're having a great week. Hope you're all excited to be on summer break or to almost be on summer break. I know some of you are still in school this week. So this week we're going to talk about Hannah and how faithful Hannah was and how much she prayed. So let's go ahead and listen to this story. Bible story can be found in the Old Testament. God hears and answers our prayers. Hannah had no children. Hannah prayed to God because she wanted a baby boy. Hannah was sad. Her husband tried to make her happy. Don't be sad, Hannah. I love you very much, much more than lots of children. Every year, they both went to the temple to give thanks to God. Hannah had something she wanted to pray about. If God would give her a baby boy, she would give him to the priest to be his helper. But Eli, the priest, thought she must be a drunk person. You should not come in here drunk, he said. I'm praying to God, answered Hannah. Go home, said Eli. God has heard your prayer. Soon Hannah had some happy news. God had heard me. She said, we're having a baby. I've promised him to God. Soon when Samuel was old enough, they took him to be the helper at the temple. Samuel grew up to love God with all his heart. So, Hannah had been asking for a child for years and years and years, and it just never happened. And she stayed faithful through all of that. She stayed faithful through all these rough times in her life where she wasn't getting the life she wanted. She wasn't being a mother. She wasn't having all the things that come with that she really desperately wanted in her life. But she stayed faithful. She still believed and prayed and all of that eventually she would have the life she had. So this story shows us that even though our prayers aren't always answered right away, God is always with us. God is with us in the rough times. He's with us in the good times. He's always with us. So we're going to do a little more of an activity than craft today. We're going to talk about the 5-finger prayer and make a picture to go with it. Today we're going to do a little prayer exercise instead of a craft. We're going to talk about what is called the 5-finger prayer. So I'm going to trace my hands. We're still going to have a little bit of an art project, but we're going to talk about using our 5 fingers to pray. So here is my hand. So the first finger we're going to talk about is our thumb. So the thumb is closest to our heart. So we're going to use that to pray for the people closest to us, our family and friends. So I'm going to write that on my thumb. So our pointer finger gives us directions. We point where we want to go. We point something for someone to go get it. So we're going to use that to pray for people who give us directions. So that can be our teachers. It can be coaches. It can be counselors. Just your pastors. And then I'm just going to put direction givers because that's not all the people that can give us direction in our lives. Your middle finger is the tallest finger in your hand, so we're going to use that to pray for the leaders because it is standing above all the other ones. So our politicians, our church leaders, all of those people making decisions that affect us is what we're going to use that finger to pray for. And then we're going to use our ring finger. So in your hand, your ring finger is actually the weakest. It can support the least amount of weight. And when you think about it, you don't really use your ring finger to do anything by itself, do you? Most of your other fingers can do things by themselves, but that one never really does. So we're going to use that to pray for people who are suffering. Because since that is our weakest finger, it just kind of relates to that. So people who are sick, people that are in need, all those kind of people that might need some extra strength, just like that ring finger might need some extra strength. And then your pinky finger is the smallest, and you're going to use that to pray for yourself. So this is the 5-finger prayer. Hope you had fun this week. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in Sunday school. Bye!